Hi my friends, this is just a little video to just share some time with you and just shine some light on our lives right now and how it can feel, because it's just yeah, I really like to give the the sense, which is very real, that we're really all together. And often this journey through life can feel very lonely and like as though we are the only ones going through what we're going through, and it's really not true, because this is really the whole community of Earth that is going through these massive changes that are going on right now. So whatever I can do to just be there and just share what I feel is going on, and if it in any way can help you, it's just really, really wonderful. So it took me many years to figure out why life was so difficult, and why I had a mother who was very much like she was like a little hurt child all her life, and I had to really be her mother. And just a family where there was so much struggling and so much pain and so much unhappiness. And when I looked around the world, it's just really was really what I saw a lot of the time. And maybe because I was just one of these sensitive children, but I could just see that people were really suffering. And it took many, many years for me to figure out that it's actually all part of this plan. There is a divine plan for this earth, and we are all a part of it. And I became very religious, or I wouldn't say religious, I just got a very deep connection to God, which was my savior, because without that I don't think I would have made it. Realizing that there is a God, and it is not a religious God. That took me many years. But that God is the one light that shines within everything, every single person. The light of God shines there. Every single animal, everything we see around us, hear, sense, taste, it's all really God's body. So God is not someone far away in a book, or who you have to meet by doing something particular, believing something particular. God is the presence, is the one presence, which means that I am part of that presence. And realizing that God is there was really the big breakthrough for me, because if God is there, this is not all just one big mess. And so you're just going back to this God. God is the presence within everything. And so when I become very present, I am in my God self. Because if God is everywhere, God is also in me. And Jesus said this 2,000 years ago. That the heaven where God is not somewhere far away, it is within you. So when I allow myself to become as present as I can on this at this stage in my journey, I've only learnt in this human life, I've only learnt to become present to a certain extent. And tomorrow, if I practice, I will be able to be even more present. But where I am now, I can allow that deep presence to be here. Allow myself to sink into that presence, which is in the now, is only ever in the now moment. And it is by letting go of the story of me, what happened, my childhood, my family, my work, what's going to happen tomorrow, all that. For me to become truly present, I need to let that go. Just let it go. And when I become so present, I'm in my God self. And there, of course, I can see everything from a much, much, much higher vantage point and from a much, much deeper aspect. So the world, it's like taking off my old glasses, old dirty glasses. When I become very present, I can see it very clearly. Okay, this is what life is all about. This is what I am all about. Now I can see. Now I can understand. And of course, when we're in that state, we don't really need to look for peace, because we are peace itself. We feel the peace of God. And all this happens because of an allowing. We're allowing ourselves to let go. Just let go of the story of my physical health, mental health, my circumstances in this world. Just let it go, just for a moment. And I think this practice is really, it's really the spiritual practice of all spiritual traditions. This is what they have been trying to teach us for all these thousands of years. Become deeply present, and you become your divine self. And that story that you thought was your story 5 minutes ago is really not there in the same way. It does not have the same power over you. It does not have the same importance. And in a way, it's just not really there. It's like it's being wiped out. Because you can see everything from a much, 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 much different and much more refined, much more detailed, in a much more detailed, much more refined way. All the things you thought were bad were not bad. All the things you thought were good maybe weren't even good. It was all as it was, and it is that story of my life is a tiny, tiny, tiny little fragment of my existence. So of course we can learn a lot from our lives, but we probably learn the most by letting it go, just letting it go, letting it be, and coming into this place of deep, deep relaxation, joy, this presence that we are, which is the one presence. I mean, is that not incredible? That the presence I am is really the presence that you are. We are deeply connected when we go there. It's like when we sink into this presence, this deep place, we go into we all meet. we go into a sanctuary where we all are. So of course loneliness does not exist anymore, because we can't you can't generate that feeling of loneliness, because you feel so connected to everyone, even people you've never met before. And if when you meet somebody you've never met before, it's like an old friend, because you've spent so much time in your inner sanctuary where we're all one. So when we talk about, there's a lot in these NDE experiences, people who have near-death experiences, who go into heaven, where we belong, which is really, the heavenly state. And they talk about us connecting with our soul family. And you can get to a point where you're sort of looking forward to leaving this life, because you'll be connected to all these people, all these beings who you are very, very connected to. But really, as we move on this journey of growing and evolving as humans who are becoming our spiritual selves, and going into this inner place every day, feeling the joy, feeling the peace, feeling the wholeness, we meet with all these beings, because they're all there. They're not up in heaven on fourth floor. They are heaven is within us. So we don't need to die to meet all these people who we are maybe longing for, because they really are in our heart. And that can be incredibly difficult to understand as a human being. How can they all fit into our heart? That's impossible. Well, that's because we are not our physical body. This is just a little container that some of our spirit is in. But when we go deep into our hearts, we allow ourselves to sink into this very deep place. In a way, we shoot out into our spirit and into the spirit realm. So in a way we leave our bodies, but we are learning now, and that is the process we're in, to be in our physical body and to become our divine selves. So in a way, it's like the heavenly realm within us, this all that is, spirit world, all worlds that are, we access through our hearts. The more we practice this, the more we will feel that our body becomes completely, the spiritual world shines through our physical body. So we will experience how we are much, 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 much larger. We are not so defined anymore, because we are the one. But we are, in this lifetime, bound to or in this physical body, but we will feel this enormous expansiveness. So that meeting all these people that we're longing for, or this deep, deep connection, we can do in this lifetime. And it is all a matter of practice every day. As they say in brain retraining, every day. Practice it every day, and spend at least half an hour doing it. Just like everything else we do to heal our bodies and to feel better physically, we spend time doing things that are good for us. In the same way, we need to have this spiritual practice where we are reminding ourselves or returning to spirit every day, returning to the inner realms and making these inner realms become outer realms. So what we're doing is we're bringing heaven to earth, just by being who we are, just by becoming, feeling our own divine selves, sinking into this peaceful, peaceful, loving place within us, sensing all that is there, and just allowing that to just shine through our lives. And in a way push the stories, all the old stuff aside. So this is the rebirth, this is the birthing process that we're going through. So let's just take do a little exercise together, if you like. Close your eyes. And I love this, what I call Qigong way of breathing, where you breathe through your nose very slowly and you go very deep into your lungs. And you make it so slow that you can't even hear your breath. You just feel this beautiful soft feeling of the air coming through your nostrils and deep, deep, deep into your belly. Feel your belly expanding. How it's like a little stream, a little mountain stream of trickling water, only it's air trickling through your nose, through your throat and into your belly. So soft and so gentle. And when you feel you're full, you let it go through your nose, only you do it really slowly. See how long you can make this out breath. And this special Qigong way of breathing, what we do is we imagine that we're breathing through our skin. So as we draw the air in, we imagine every skin cell of our whole body is actually taking in the air. So you sort of can feel this tingling all over your body. It might take a few times before you can do it, but when you've learned it, it's incredibly powerful. So you feel you're breathing in through your skin. All these beautiful little skin cells are taking in this beautiful, beautiful energy, the air, in through your body. So every skin cell is just drawing in the air. And it's going deep into yourself, into your lungs, into your belly. And when you exhale, you feel the same, letting it go very slowly out through your skin cells. Feel how every cell is just releasing this air as you breathe out. And this is a spring forest Qigong way of doing it, where you imagine that your breath is going through your skin and out into to the end of the universe. It's Master Lin, I think he's called. He says to the end of the universe. There's no such thing, because there's no end of the universe, but just sensing how when you breathe out, it goes out into the distance for thousands and thousands of miles. So you feel this pull of energy out of you. And with this breath out of you, you feel how everything that you no longer need, you let it go. Just let it go. It can be a story, it can be a toxin, it can be a person, it can be an old experience, it can be a sickness. Just let it go, because God is taking it all back. The universe is taking everything out of you when you let it go. But you have to decide to let it go. I let it go now, and just feel how it flies out of your skin cells with your breath and out into the end of the universe, as far away as it can reach. And when you draw in the air, you feel it's the most pure light, the divine light that is so nourishing, completely healing, and directly from God. All this beautiful light that is giving you all this life force, joy, love, peace. what you contain deep within you is being fed to you from outside as you breathe in. So let's just do some breaths like this. Just breathe in slowly into your belly, feeling your skin cells taking in the air. And breathe out through your nose, feeling your skin cells releasing everything you no longer need. Feeling the presence that you are, that is so beautiful. It is the one presence within everything. You feel the oneness. Feel the joy. Feel the peace. And so we can go into a step further, and when we breathe out, we sense that the beautiful light that is within us is shining out. So it's not only what we no longer need, but we are actually giving the earth, giving all of life our own light, shining it out of our hearts into the world around us. We're taking in the light from around us, all the love that is pouring onto us every moment of our lives. All this love is coming to us because we are so deeply loved. And within us is this well of love, the same love, but it's our own inner source of this love and light. And we let this shine out of all our cells, all our skin cells, so we become this little sun in the world, breathing in the light and sharing our beautiful, unique light with all the world around us. So let's just do that 3 times, breathing in the light. Breathing out your beautiful, pure divine light. Breathing it out into the world, through every cell, as long as you can. And breathe in the light. And breathe out the light. Releasing anything you no longer need as you go. Breathing in the light. And breathing out the light. So slow, so calm, so gentle. And when you're ready, just maybe wriggle your toes, your feet, your hands, and come back. So this little exercise and this video is really to also share with you that when we go into this place, into our inner sanctuary, into our divine self, we are actually our new self. This is our healed self. And as I've said before, it's actually our original self. because everything's expanding and growing, it is our new self also. It's our new born self. When we are in this place within us, we can feel that everything is okay. Everything is in divine order. And that the outer circumstances are not really that important anymore. What is really important is that we are connected to this place. And we will see as we go that our outer world will transform. Because the outer world is a reflection of what's going on in us. And this is all something I've talked about before, but really I think we just need it repeated really again and again. So what we're really experiencing is that every single second of the day and the night, whenever we're aware, we have a choice. We can decide to be in love or fear. And love is really the reality. And fear is really not real. But the special part of our experience as human beings is that we have been given, out of love from God, and because this is just a unique experience being a human on this planet, we've been given free will. And that's what makes this journey so incredibly exciting, but also incredibly difficult. Because really every second of the day, as we move on, as we practice, we'll become better and better. But as we're practicing, we have to notice it all the time. Am I actually cultivating peace and love? Am I in my divine self in this moment? Have I sunk deep into my true self? Or am I occupied with fear, something fearful, something old? And it's not that we can't have thoughts, but it is becoming very, very aware of where am I mentally right now? And being in our divine selves can in the beginning feel very, in a way, very boring almost, or empty. Because we're not occupied with all these thoughts. It is a thoughtless place. It is our being. It's becoming our being self. But as we practice this and allow ourselves to stop all the thinking, or just let go of the thinking, of course we will start thinking only in a new way. So these thoughts that arise from, it's really, as I've said before, going from the mind, which is can be a very nervous place, into the heart. So we're going into the heart, and then we're generating, there will be thoughts coming up from the heart, from this divine place, but they will be inspired thoughts. They will be very, very beautiful thoughts of possibility, of creating, of all the new, all that we're stepping into. These will be the thoughts that it will be guiding thoughts. So we're moving from being very occupied with what happened and trying to analyze it and fix it and organize it, to just letting that go and going into this deep, very, very quiet place where we will experience a new type of thinking coming and arising from within. So it will be, as I said, inspired thinking. It will be really the divine mind. We're tapping into the divine mind. and so that is really how we're experiencing how God is thinking, and God is always moving into expansion. So things happened in the past, and we don't need so much to dwell on it. It's just maybe looking back quickly and saying, okay, this can help me move in a new direction because I did this or experienced this, but I don't need to dwell on it. So I'm moving forward, and where am I going? This is exciting. I'm expanding. I'm creating a new life for myself because I am new. I'm becoming my new self. I will automatically be creating a new life. It will happen. So it will be a new, very, very delicious way of thinking. Very, very lovely way of thinking. So, yeah. This was just a little bit about, where we are, what's happening, and maybe you can use some of it. And I think reminding ourselves to every day find some sort of practice that helps us is really vital. It's really, really vital. So all the heavenly realm are helping us, but we really have to ask for help and open ourselves up to receiving. And when we go into this deep state, this love vibration, we're actually at the same time drawing in help, because that is the language of the angels and the helpers around us. The very, very, very high vibrational help that's coming in. We have to really vibrate with them for them to actually be able to help us. So what we're basically doing when we're doing this spiritual practice is saying, I choose love. I know I've been through this life. It's been difficult. It's still difficult. But in the midst of all this, in these moments every day, I choose love. I choose to be in the love vibration. And I thank you, all you beings around me who are helping me to become more and more my divine self, so that life is becoming more and more beautiful every single day. So with that choice, you're moving forward in all the good ways you can. So so this is just a little thing for today, and all is well, and we're on our way. So take care, and I'll see you in the next video. And any of you who feel like a free session, please go to my email and connect with me, and we'll figure something out. So take care, my friend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.